Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Surah 58, verse 58. As I said earlier many times, this is Quranic Arabic. We are analyzing text of Quran grammatically for the brothers and sisters who have a little bit Arabic grammatical background, making easy for them to understand the text. Really application of Quranic Arabic by analyzing, by helping out to understand well. That is the purpose of this class. This class has a history like 15 years. Background 15 years. The group which we will begin, they finished universities. They were some of them young people, elementary level school. They finished with me. They studied with me. One of them is doing PhD in LA over there. One of them did his master, his pre-law study, his master in Harvard. Now he is in Yale University Law School. And then others. I wish them to be in Islamic studies area because they are young boys and they could help a lot to Muslims in future. So we began with them and studied, and then from the beginning of Quran, studied Arabic first, then from the beginning of Quran we began to apply those rules, and we are in the really past the middle of Quran. This is 15 years history. We are, of course, sister is recording. We are very thankful to her, and this is the only copy she has, only copy, years, nearly 15 years, only copy available in her hand. Once more, 58, Surah An-Nur. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا, O believers. يا حرف نداء, أي حرف نداء, حرف التنبيه. O الذين, those who, الذين is اسم الموصول in Arabic, relative pronoun. آمنوا, from آمن آمن آمنوا. Those who believed comes from iman, amina. That is آمنوا, باب الإفعال. أفعل, أأمن, أأمن, آمن, 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 آمنوا. Those who believe. ليستأذنكم, لي for, يستأذن, يستأذن, أذن, root is أذن, إذن, permission, to ask leave or permission. أذن, إذن. استأذن, باب الاستفعال. استأذن واستأذن, يستأذن يستأذن. ليستأذن, ليستأذن is أمر الغايب. ليستأذن, let him ask permission. That is the meaning. Come from you. Who would ask permission? الذين, those who, ملكت, owns. ملك, ملكة, ملك, مالك, owner. Mulk, ownership, property. Anybody whose language is Urdu, Arabic, and this is really very easy to feel. ملك, ملكة, ملك, ملكت, ماضي, مؤنث. Those who owns. أيمانكم, أيمان, plural of yamin. Yamin is right. Yamin has two meanings. One is right hand, right hand, right leg, right, opposite of left. Second meaning is oath, swearing by God, by Allah, that oath. That positive swearing, not bad, or the word swearing has two meanings, I believe, in English. So this is positive one, good one. So Ayman here, plural, right hands, cum yours. Whatever your right hands owns, those people who are owned by you, let them ask permission from you, O believers. What that means? What that means? Of course, we will go, you will understand from the context, but just help you out. الَّذِينَ مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ وَمَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ, the ones who your hand owns, your right hand owns, means what? Slaves. These people are slaves. I said many times, nobody must mix. Afro-Americans here in this country, like live here, are not, according to Quran, according to Islamic law, slaves. Could not be categorized as slaves. I said many times, but always we have new people. So, why? Because a free person cannot be grabbed by someone else and made slaves. The source of slavery is not grabbing free person, forcing them, like they are kidnapped, forced. Yes, one needs to find another word, not slave. Slave in legal sense. Of course, slave if, like, employers is using his employees as like slaves. In that sense, today we may use slaves with different meaning. I am meaning legal. In Islam, slavery, source of slavery is war, but just war. Just war. What is just war? It is, of course, another subject. In Islamic law system, wars cannot be waged wars easily without due process. There must be due process. All Islamic wars are defensive, no offensive war. First, defensive means they will attack you and you will defend. You will defend, you will defend back and fight with them. How long, how much? Just to eliminate offense. They are doing, not more. One iota more is injustice, sin in Islamic law. So this is, but in Quran, whenever you hear, you see, ma malakat aymanukum, those ones your right hand owns, means slaves. Okay. Ayah Quran says now, your slaves must ask permission. O believers, I am telling you, giving you a rule. Allah is saying, your slaves in your home, your vicinity, must ask permission when they are entering in your room. Must knock the door. Nobody must jump into a closed place, private place, without asking permission. This is the meaning of it. You remember earlier we studied here in this chapter, sura24, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تدخلوا بيوتا 27th ayah verse and 28 and 29. Nobody must enter to another room without asking permission. Knock, knock, knock. Even if the person is in, not opening, the person after 3 knocking needs to go back. No ill feeling iota. If he feels or he feels iota level, what is that, the ill feeling, that is sin. Same subject. O believers, the ones who, your slaves, must get permission when they are entering in a room or anything. وَالَّذِينَ, who else must ask permission? وَالَّذِينَ, and those who لَمْ يَبْلُغُوا, بَلَغَ بُلِغَ يَبْلُغُ يُبْلَغُ, reach, baligh, puberty, age, of age. لم, did not, يبلغ, reach, الحلم, حلم. حلم what? حلم, dream. أحلام is plural. What's that dream? Of course, I need to express, like in dream, wet dream. The ones who did not reach at the level of wet dream, I mean in daydream, they discharge, the ones who, that means did not reach to puberty, that is the did not reach puberty. Minkum, from you. Children who did not reach to puberty yet, they must get permission, ask permission when they are entering. And the ones who are slaves, because slaves are serving at the home. They are service people, serving. So a rule for them. They must not jump into rooms and people feel discomfort and privacy. The privacy law type of thing, privacy. They must respect you, your privacy. Tell them, teach them not to enter into your rooms without permission. How many? 3 مرات, times. مرة, 3 times. They must ask permission 3 times. In Islam, you insist on something 3 times. Somebody is denying, you ask him, are you denying? I am telling you, answering back. 1. Look, I am repeating. I want to make sure. Once more. 2nd. 1, 2, 3. No 4. Where it comes from these 3? Look from this verse. 3. 3 is important number. 1 is important. Allah is 1. 3 is important number because always odd number shows reminds us oneness of Allah. All solutions odd, judges odd, not 2 judges, 3. Because they may disagree, 2 of them, so how to solve the problem? Always, odd number is important, and 3 is important. Here, 3 times. 3 times knock, 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 go home. Knock, 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 go home. 3 times. Min qabli, before. Qabl. Salati, prayer. Salati, prayer, al-fajr, morning prayer. Before morning prayer. Because you are sleeping or something, not covered properly, they must not enter. Children, who did not reach puberty yet, also needs to be separate room. When they are baby, 1 year, 2 years, I understand the same room. But then after that, needs to be separate room. Girls together could be, but boys and girls together same room, no. Definitely when they grow a little bit, like 5 years, 6 years, because they begin to feel that I am different than they. So privacy is very important. This is what it is. What is the rule? Permission. That is what rule is. Rule of etiquette, behavior in the home. In the home. Among relatives, people who are living together, helping each other. That is the subject. So, minimum homes like government cheap buildings and things like that must be couples, 1 room, mother, father. For little children, 1 another room. But if they are 2, or boy and girl, definitely if they are 6 years, 7 years, separate rooms. Small, but separate. Permission. Architects must know these rules. Everybody must know these rules. Min qabli, before Salati prayer, Fajr prayer. Before Fajr prayer, they must not enter. Wahina, and when, hina, time, when. If you don't know, you girls, write these words, memorize. Hina, you must know, but hina, when, tada'una, wada'a, put on the table, putting, to put. Wada'a, wudi'a, yawda'u. This is misal, like wa'ada, wu'ida, ya'idu. Wow disappears in mudari'. Wahina, when, تضعون, وضع يضعان يضعون, تضع تضعان, يضعن, تضع تضعان, تضعون. You are putting. When, وحين, when you are تضعون, you are putting ثيابكم, plural of ثوب. ثوب, dress. Arabic ثوب, Arabic dress. ثيابكم, your dress. من الظهيرة, from the zuhr. Zahira, zuhr prayer. Same word. Zuhr. When you take off your dress, noon time, like you are resting in your room, you took off some part of your regular dress, and you may have shorts or it is hot and things like that, resting. Definitely in Arab countries, there is something called qaylula. This is sleeping, midday sleeping. They work, and tired. Home is near, so they sleep a little bit, half an hour, 1 hour, something like duha time, like before zuhr or something like that. Qaylula, to refresh, just small browsing or something small sleeping. This is zahira. That time too, they must not enter without permission. Min al-zahirati wa min ba'di. And after Salah prayer, Al-Isha prayer. after Isha prayer. People ask, oh, Isha is not mentioned in Quran, Zuhr is not mentioned in Quran, Fajr is not mentioned in Quran. I mean, many people are confused. They are mentioned here. But it is so small, you may read 100 times, pass without knowing. This is what is happening. Isha is mentioned. Salatul Isha is mentioned in Quran. Details is not here in Hadith, in practice, but root is here, rule is here. So, your slaves whom you own, because slaves are owned. Slaves are mentioned by Aristotle, by Socrates, by Plato in his books, in Roman law, Latin, pre-Islam, slaves are there. In Jewish tradition, there are people, Gentiles, who are worse than slaves, have no right. It is written in the Bible. So somebody must say, what is this? Somebody must not say, what is this? It is there, it is historic. Of course, today, there are people who are worse than slaves, abused women in India, in everywhere, in many, many places. Though they are not slaves, they are free or something like that. But burned. People are burned, denied. Yeah, that is. So, the ones who you own, they must ask your permission, and children who did not reach puberty. I mean, the ones who did not reach puberty, like wet dreams, hulum, ahlam, they must ask permission. The ones who reach puberty, of course, because that is more than that. They are not mentioned here, but included. In Arabic, there is a rule of awlawiyah. Awlawiyah. There is a principle of awlawiyah. If girl is told, son is included. If daughter-in-law addressed, daughter, real daughter, is meant included. I mean, this is a linguistic thing. It is like that. ثلاث free عورات عورة لكم, for you. ثلاث free عورة عورة. I mean, 3 times they must be careful not unruly way getting in. Awra. Awra, the part of anybody needs to be covered. Legal definition of awra. Sisters, whole body is awra except face, except feet, except hands. Debated some part what is the size of haram, but awra, the one needs to be covered, the part which needs to be covered. Laysa is not, alaykum, upon you. Laysa, you know, is a verb, very irregular, غير قياسي. It has no mudari', no nothing. There is no laysa, luisa, yalisu, yulusu, yalisu, iliasu, no such thing. Laysa is laysa, laysu, lestu, lesta. Just this madi, ma'lum, no majhul. Laysa, there is not, alaykum, upon you, wala, neither alayhim, upon them, junahun, Gunah, sin. The word gunah in Persian, in Urdu, is junah, sin. There is no sin بعدهن after them, after that. طوافون, visitors. طوف طواف. طواف, visitor. كتب كتاب, قتل قتال, نصر نصار. مبالغة اسم الفاعل grammatically. طوافون, طواف makers. Hajjis go do tawaf around the Kaaba. Tawaf means ziyarah, visiting. Tawafuna, visitors. بعضكم, some of you. Tawafuna, visitors. Alaykum, upon you. I mean, you have always visited in and out. Visitor in English, like somebody coming from out or something like that, visiting. But here, what is meant? These children. They are entering in your room, getting out from your room. بعضكم, some of them, على بعض, some of you. كذلك, likewise. كذلك, likewise. يبين, clears, states. بين, بيان. بيان, بين, بين, يبين, يبين. States, Allah lakum, for you, al-ayati, ayat. Allah clearly explains His ayat to you this way. Wallahu, Allah, alimun, is knower, hakimun, is wise. Now, the following ayah. وَإِذَا, when, بلغ, reached, الأطفال, children, طفل, طفل, plural, أطفال. When children reached, منكم, from you, your children reached, الحلم, حلم. What was hulum? Wet dream, dream. What is meant? Like puberty, age of puberty. Could see wet dream. That is the meaning. That means age of puberty. When you're now, the previous ayah, people who did not reach to puberty, children who did not reach puberty, previous ayah, لم يبلغوا الحلم, لم يبلغوا, did not reach. Now, the ones who reached, older. وإذا, when, بلغ, reached, بلغ, بلوغ, بلوغ. I'm telling you, Fatima, Maryam, I will never forgive you if you don't know the meaning of بلغ. بلوغ. وإذا بلغ, when reaches, الأطفال, children, منكم, from you, reaches, reach what? الحلم, حلم. What is حلم? Wet dream. That means like age of seeing wet dream. That is when they reach, فَلْيَسْتَأْذِنُوا, let them ask إذن. استأذن واستأذن. لا فليستأذنوا, let them ask إذن, permission. كما, like, استأذن, ask permission. الذين, those who من قبلهم, before them. Yeah, they too need to ask permission. Now, Quran is clearly saying this one. Though they were included, because when younger ones ask permission, older one needs definitely to ask permission. But now, now is كذلك, likewise, يبين, بيان, explains Allah lakum, for you, ayat, His ayat. Wallahu, Allah, Alimun Alim, Alim Alim, knower, Hakimun Hakim. Clear. I told you earlier, we are analyzing these words like etymologically, linguistically, to make you familiar more with Quranic words, and you can understand yourself when you read other parts of Quran too. And I said that this is not a tafsir, full tafsir, like explaining all details of everything. That is not the purpose of this class. But I will tell you, these ayahs were orders at the beginning. Then later on, their strength, their order became less. These ayahs, let them ask permission. When this is order, it must be like part, like very strong. Now it is made with other parts of Quran, other things like mansukh, or these meanings modified. The meanings of these ayah have been less softened. So now, homes and everything, it is not always necessary for children to ask permission. To train them like that is good. That is why these ayahs are like that. But it is not sin for them entering without permission. It may be non-ethical. It may be not good manner. But it is not something like namaz. If they don't pray or something, they will be sinner. Not that level. Okay, one more ayah we will read and stop perhaps. وَالْقَوَاعِدُ. قواعد. What is the root? قَعَدَ. What is قَعَدَ? To sit. قَعَدَ جَلَسَ, to sit. قَعَدَ قُعِدَ يَقْعُدُ يُقْعَدُ. قواعد is, what word is قواعد grammatically? فواعل, فاعل, فواعل. قاعد, قواعد. اسم الفاعل. قعد, قاعد, قاعدة, قاعدتان, قاعدتين, قاعدات, قواعد. This is feminine. اسم الفاعل, plural. قواعد, sitters. Lady sitters, women sitters, sitting down. Minan nisa'i, from the women. Nisa, niswa, imra'atun. The ones who are sitting among the women. What that means, you will discover, but I will explain. Old age ladies, 70 years, 75 years, 80 years, they are called sitters, like they sit at their homes, they don't go out, and they are old, not as rushy when they were young time. This means old age women. That is the meaning of it. Allegory, allegorical, metaphorical meanings. This is metaphorical meaning. Words. The ones who really are old age, they are sitting, women, minan nisai minan. Allati, lati is plural of allati. Allati, those who la yarjuna, la not, Yerju, receve. Reca, hope. Expect. Reca. Receve, rucive, yercuvu, yurcevu. La yercune, those who don't expect, don't have hope, or don't expect nikah and marriage. I mean, old age, already they lived, they married, they were having grandchildren and great-grandchildren, something. They are sitting at home. They are out of marriage age, or have no lustful desire, no interest in marriage. They are out of marriage age, something like that. Women, old age, like explaining more, who don't desire, don't expect, don't hope, nikah, marriage. Look what will happen for them. What is this? What is this? Now describe. فَلَيْسَ, there is not. عَلَيْهِنَّ, upon them. Hinna, feminine. Huwa, who, he, huma, hima, whom, him. Hiya, ha, huma, hima, hunna, hinna. Grammar. Alayhinna, upon them, there is not upon them junahun, sin. There is no sin for them. Sin what? If they do what? And that yada'na, they are putting. Yada'a, wudi'a, yada'u, yuda'u, yada'u, yada'ani, yada'una, tada'u, tada'ani, yada'na, feminine. They are putting down siyabahunna, their dresses. If they take off their dresses, old age ladies, I mean, no sin or something like that. Hijab is necessary for all women. Hijab, cover and cover. Okay? But it is not necessary for old age ladies. This is what it is. There is some more is coming, but just to make you understand. So an old age lady, for example, pulling out arm, like doing something, that's okay. That is not awra, is what is meant here. But continuing, there is more. If they are غير, not متبرجات, تبرج, درج, تبرج, تبرج, يتبرج, يتبرج, متبرج, متبرجة, متبرجات, feminine. If they are not متجربات, متبرجات, متبرجات. What is متبرجات? Making herself beautiful. Like making up. Like, I mean, an old lady, sometimes if she is taking care of her body and running, going, coming, or you may see, you must be like 40, something like that. You may see like 40 because makeup and then other things, tabarrujat, makes people look different. غير, no, without. متبرجات, being متبرجات, بزينة, with zina. Zina, decoration or beautifying. Without. So these ladies who are really fully old age, no lustful desire, nobody may feel any shahwat, any desire when they see them. That type of ladies, no problem if they put down their dress. والله وأن يستعففن. Now, وأن, that, يستعففن, if they preserve themselves. عفف, عفة, عفيف, good. يستعففن, عفف, عفف, to be decent, modest. عفف, عفة. استعفف, استعفف, يستعفف, يستعفف, يستعففن. وأن, that, يستعففن, they become modest. These ladies, يستعففن is feminine. Those old age ladies doing isti'faf, that means they themselves, if they protect themselves modest, they make themselves decent and modest, khayrun, better, lahunna, for them. Not putting their dress, not their protecting themselves from any eyes, anything, is better. Wallahu, Allah is Sami'un, hearer. Sami'allahu liman hamida. Alimun, knower. Allah is strong knower, all hearer, all knower. Alimun, alim. I will conclude here, inshallah, for this week.